Stubborn as hell like her too, Tommy.
Stubborn? Tell my mom stubborn.
You a little stubborn.
Stubborn? Me?
Stubborn.
I'm not stubborn.
You are.
Oh, please. You guys are crazy. Wow, the hate.
Stubborn. What animal is stubborn?
God, I'm
stubborn like a what?
I'm strong like an ox.
You're strong like an ox.
Stubborn.
So we finally got episode 7 of Power Force Book 4. This episode was just amazing. First, we have to break down that Tommy Egan is finally, I gotta repeat this, Tommy Egan is finally a father. Tommy Egan is a pops. Tommy Egan is a dad. You know, we just found out that Maria was pregnant for Tommy Egan. This is literally insane. Like, from what we've seen from this thus far, we have to question what happens. What happens next? Now, we knew what happened with Tommy and Holly. Holly was pregnant and ended up doing what she did before she even had a chance to tell Tommy. Tommy ends up killing Holly. It was so bad. Tommy must have thought to himself, especially with the whole flashback that we had. They showed that also in the beginning of the episode, of Holly coming back and telling Tommy, you know what you're always going to do. You know she ain't built for this. You're going to break her heart. So Tommy really took that and accepted that, you know what, no matter what you're going to do, I love you. And I think that's what Tommy tried to lead with. Tommy was surprised that Maria said, you know what, no, I'm going to keep this baby. I'm going to keep this kid. So that's amazing to see. You know, we are happy that they've kept the baby for sure and that Tommy is going to be a father. You know, that's amazing to see. With that, Miguel's going to be an uncle. And we've seen Miguel being down bad in this episode, bro. Is the way they brought Miguel in this time around. It's been sad. Like, Miguel out here owing Che. He can't even get bro out. He can't get bro out of bail. How the mighty have fallen. Miguel from the beginning of the Power Force of season 2. We saw how Miguel was dangerous. Now he can't even bail bro out. He can't even bail his guy. Jefe, bro, you're Jefe. You can't even bail people out. You're Jefe. Hey. Chai, is that how bad you've fallen? But luckily, with the help of Maria, La Familia, she told Tommy that please help my bro out. And that was crazy to see because Tommy doing charity for his ops is something we never thought we'd see. Tommy cancels Christmas, he ain't giving gifts. Tommy ain't doing charity. But the fact that Tommy's now a father, you know, he was able to reason with Maria and say, you know what, Maria? This is I get it, you know, this your bro. So he came out and helped Che. This was crazy to see because, you know, they ended up having the whole dinner as well. And now Che is actually cool with Tommy because they're family. They have to be for the baby. Not only that, but he stopped Tommy. He showed his actions by stopping Tommy from getting killed and putting himself in there because now the Marquez are out for him. They've given him a flower and they're like, you know what, bro? Your days are numbered. We've given you the flower, and this means that you did. So the question really is, does Miguel die? Now, 2 things can happen. Either Miguel dies in the next episode or the next episodes to come, or he teams up with Tommy, because at the end of the day, they end up having a common enemy now. Tommy and Miguel have to fight the Marquez cartel together. This being said, Tommy's already having issues with CBI. It started off with that as Tommy had to tell Diamond, look, this is a coalition. Everything we do is for business. They got to be business. We're doing business. Diamond being Diamond, he's caught in 2 minds. And I think this is why CBI have got a big issue right now. Diamond's trying to prove to his brother Janard that I'm still Diamond. Because half of the time, they're struggling to be able to do things right now. You know, we're talking about how with the gun situation, you know, he got convinced by Tommy that, no, we have to do it this way. We got to do it for business. And Janai had to say, bro, come on. This ain't you. You know, that was crazy to see. So I think going forward, what we're going to see is a split in CBI. I think Tommy eventually is going to have to be like, no, this ain't it. What are we doing? Because what's the point in work with someone that don't really, you know, he ain't really messing with you like that. You know, you can't really trust each other. Like, this is going to be a collision. So I really think as though there's going to be a split in CBI, or at least they bump heads and something's going to have to happen. Either Diamond sticks with Janard or says, you know what? Now we got to keep it for a CBI. Because I think normally brother would be with brother. Normally. Diamond would normally be with Janard throughout this whole thing. Like, this is the kind of clearest way where this is going. Because look at it. They've already now found a new connect with the fentanyl. And you've done that behind Tommy's back too? Crazy. So normally you would see that, okay, this is where it's going to go. But, and it's a big but, the reason why I don't think it's going to end up like that is because of Shanti. Shanti is a big threat for these two brothers. Diamond is caught in two minds. Janard is caught in two minds too. Because Janard is trying to say, yeah, we CBI, it's me and you. But he beefing with Shanti. Because Shanti out here saying, you're not letting me in. Shanti angry that she wasn't there to see Che. Like, come on. Like, Che was already upset the fact that Janard had to pull some weight. And Janard's showing his face. Che didn't know who Janard was. And Shanti's still angry. Now, that being the case, this lets us know that Shanti and Janard, Shanti's going to have to really... she really gonna be the obstacle between Janard and Diamond, and I feel as though Janard's gonna have to pick one of the two. So this brings a lot of conflicts within the whole clique and the whole dynamic. She be chilling with Tommy on the side, trying to fill in info. She also trying to set up Diamond. Like, this could end up crazy, especially if it turns out that Shanti trying to get Diamond killed too. Janard trying to make Shanti happy. Diamond find out. This gonna look crazy for CBI. And I think it's only a matter of time within coming to the end of the season that Diamond and Janard, they'll bump heads one way or another. And I think as though Diamond might die before. I feel Diamond might die before Janard ever does. If he does. I think Diamond goes. Because Diamond's caught in too many minds right now. You know, they brought in Homegirl back again. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I like, they brought the girl he were messing with before her son died a few episodes, and she disappeared too. So I don't know what goes on with that. So that's very interesting as well. With this whole fentanyl situation, though, bro, this connect is looking crazy. You know, this particular connect, this is a lot different than what we're normally used to. You know, we saw how the Hong Kong Connect moved. They move different. They're moving crazy right now. You know, I've never met a Connect like this in my life that moved this crazy. So, you know, this is something we have to stay tuned for, because they are chopping folk. They're deep frying folk. Like, bro, they deep frying? These guys are deep frying? Nah, it's crazy. So this is something we have to watch out for. And they pulled out one thing specifically in this scene. The fact that they got robbed. And it was D-Mac that robbed them. This is really going to put D-Mac in harm's way. Where does the things go from here? I predict that maybe they might kill D-Mac's boy. But D-Mac out here is in trouble. Like, they're in his head. I don't know if the Marquez cartel might clock D-Mac did what he did. King Kilo in his head. Like, I still believe King Kilo feel like D-Mac was the one who did what he did. So there's a lot that needs to be sorted out there on that front. I think maybe JP might end up dying just because he sacrifices him. I honestly believe that D-Mac is on the verge of being killed and JP sacrifices himself for D-Mac. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen in Power. Also, we have Vic Flynn. Bro, what's Vic Flynn? Vic Flynn does not have the time to be at the same time a snitch and a killer. How you out here terrorizing folk, saying this is my territory, and Tommy owns you, bro? That's what they mentioned. They said, what about Tommy Egan? He said, what? He came back with his boys and he caused trouble. So we'll see. Now Vic is the last Flynn. Is he going to take that Flynn family somewhere? Is his days really numbered the way Tommy be saying? Will he use the whole situation that Tommy has with Stacey? And, you know, so Vic can find out a way to manipulate Tommy and Stacey at the same time. Now that he probably in the middle. Or maybe he the one in the middle with Stacey, and Tommy probably the one being able to manipulate this whole thing. We don't know. But Stacey right now is walking on eggshells, because we all know that once you get compromised, it's lights out. We saw what happened with Angela Valdez. You know, when she was compromised, we saw what happened. It did not end well. For Stacey, I can't see it ending well at all. You're compromised and you can't be. There's no way, no way. I've never seen anyone compromise in power end up going well unless they play the same moves, unless they're able to show that they're 10 steps ahead. And we know she's not even close. She's over. She's done with. So we'll see where this goes as well. But for now, power looking crazy. You know, episode 7, we're going to check out the trailer soon and see what's happening with that. We've got to see that. I'm going to react to that. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm giving you guys everything. All the favorite TV shows that you guys want to watch, I'm reacting to all of that. I'm breaking that all down. Follow, share, click, like. Make sure you guys see what's happening. New episode coming out soon. By next week, we got episode 7. So we know we'll be back here again. Let's go.